Monster Hunter Wilds is winning. No matter how many times I see that walk up, the title appear, oh, it just gets me. Hello, my fellow hunters, and your initial question may be along the lines of, I agree, but just humor me, specifically in what way is it winning? And, well, what way isn't it? The buzz around it, the hype around it, the community, good feelings around it. Literally, you could say, numerically, it is the most wishlisted game on Steam and holding strong. It's the second highest seller in a world where everyone fears pre-orders, rightly so in most cases, and that by itself tells you a lot about what we've experienced in the beta and our trust in Capcom's track record as they lovingly craft these experiences and have proved that they will do so with detail, with passion, as they have for over 20 years. Whenever you see the devs talk, show off their game, they just look so, genuinely happy. It's so lovely. They play the Wilds beta just casually because they can't get enough, and in fact recently did an interview about it where they said, yeah, you might not realize it, but you have had a good chance of just casually hunting with Takara-san and Ryozo-san because they spend all of their free time in the beta in between, flying around the world to promote Wilds. And yes, of course, it's their job, but you can tell when it goes beyond that. What I'm doing right now is technically my job, but I know it goes beyond that because I both feel immensely lucky to be doing it, proud to be doing it, and honored to be doing it for you guys, to be able to chat to you, to show you things, teach you things, make you smile, hopefully, and it just means the world to me, and I wouldn't trade it for said world. And I just kind of see that whenever the Monster Hunter team does anything, and it's really, really good. And you just see it, as I said, expand out to the entire community. The feel of it, the buzz of what's going on, this collective impatience for it to release, this collective excitement, the way anything slightly new is revealed and everyone everywhere jumps upon it in this blazing fire of discussion and theory, and being a part of Monster Hunter in any capacity already feels like winning, but I think every now and then it's nice to just sort of stop and take stock and be like, oh wow, it has actually come a ridiculously long way. It felt like World would be the sort of peak, and then it just kind of trucks along doing that for a bit, and it's just not. It's immediately just one generation later, completely changed up the formula, and frankly, gone wild. Seriously, it's nice seeing that they just don't sit on their laurels and they keep innovating and pushing, and it's what makes every single Monster Hunter game, even to this day, still worth playing. But Wilds really is special. It really is an evolution, and having played the first 5 hours myself along with Hollow, the new flow of hunting is just breathtaking, and I cannot wait for you guys to experience it. I have absolutely no doubt it'll be mine and many people's game of the year, and if it wasn't up against the titan that is GTA, it would just be the game of the year. And even to expand on just how cool the community aspect is of Monster Hunter, we're very lucky to have magnificent CMs like Jono, like Joe, and that's shown recently in the new weapon captains that's going on. Each weapon getting is a moment in the spotlight in the run-up to Wilds' launch, and I am very proud to represent and serve you all as the Great Sword Captain. I had a lot of fun making the video for it, and I hope you guys will stand strong as we use the objectively best core weapon in Wilds. For real though, it's just lovely to see everyone rallying around their weapons, all the awesome creators that are captains, and it's just one of many examples of why, again, being part of this community is just so lovely. But even if we then look at the recent betas, right? The initial beta opened with 460,000 players on just Steam. Obviously, the consoles are a huge chunk. That's insane for just a closed beta weekend. But what's more insane is the next one still had 250,000. Yes, Gyps Ross and Arkveld, but otherwise identical. Not even performance or weapon changes that will be there on release. But then even beyond that, the next one with nothing new in whatsoever still managed to top 150,000, which is a player number that most games and developers on Steam would absolutely kill for. I think that is just ridiculous, and it says a lot. It really does. And to stay on the numbers train for a little bit, in the last 3 months on the run-up to Wilds, Base World, Monster Hunter Wilds, still an absolute masterpiece of a game and will forever be enshrouded as the special experience that put Monster Hunter on the global map, and honestly is the reason we can have something like Wilds to begin with the confidence it gave in Monster Hunter as a IP, which is just, you know, that really is something in of itself. But World, the 7-year-old game in the last 3 months, sold 1 million copies. Is that not what? Like, excuse me? Iceborne nearly 1 million. Even Rise 700,000. And I don't say even there with any kind of negative connotations. Rise and Sunbreak were a fucking blast. And I will miss every 5th gen game dearly in the way that you do miss Monster Hunter games. They're always worth going back to and playing, but it is always a certain extra level of specialness when it's the current game, is it not? But that just shows you how much traction is being generated, and I feel like Wilds is going to go absolutely nuclear. And I think from everything you guys have played in open betas and seen in various gameplay reveals and trailers and all of that, you're probably buckling up for just, you know, a couple thousand hours to sort of get a feel for it, to, you know, test it out, to, you know, really, you know, start to dip your toe before the next 10,000 hours roll around and, you know, you properly play the game. It's just kind of crazy how this, let's call it the Monster Hunter movement, has gone. Like, to say I started with the very first game on PS2, and now we're here? That feels kind of ridiculous. Like, I am 31. Monster Hunter 1 came out in 2004. Like, I was a kid still. And then new releases of Monster Hunter have essentially just been kind of there in the background alongside my entire adult life, which is kind of silly to say. Like, I was playing a Monster Hunter game while I was graduating uni. I was playing a Monster Hunter game when I moved out for the first time. I was playing a Monster Hunter game quite literally when I met my wonderful partner. And it just keeps going, right? And I'm sure everyone has those with various things and various games, but for me, it is kind of Monster Hunter is probably the most punctuating one that I can kind of tie real-life memories and emotions to. And I think that is just wonderful. So to think that we're on the precipice of something just explosive beyond what even World did, and everything is pointing to that. Everywhere you look, the happiness, the excitement, it is palpable. It is electric on the air, like a Raidou charging his railgun. It's so cool. It feels like we're all taking a month-long collective breath to then scream in excitement, much like I can't wait, and you guys can't wait, which means a lot to hear Cotton do when he's introduced to every single new magnificent beast. So yeah, I think it really is a good time to pause and to say and realize that Monster Hunter is winning. Let me know what you're most looking forward to. Let me know what you're feeling, what you're thinking. And for now then, like you've enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell for more. Consider supporting the future channel on Patreon down below. And until we meet again, a goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.